Hello everyone, what's happening? I'm GavsMasterland74 back again today doing another Half-Life 2 beta chapter playthrough. Today I'm going to be covering the Canals chapter, Root Canal, and I'm going to be doing something slightly different than I normally would for a playthrough as part of this series. So let me know if you want me to do something similar. I know I'm already messing up the intro, so I'm doing this at 4K 60, which means the longer I go on in the intro, the worse it is. The longer I play for, the worse it is, which is probably going to make this a very awkward and pain in the ass video for me. But anyway, we're doing Canals today. Not even a minute in, and I'm screwing up already. So this is the beta Canals level. This is only one level, and it has been fixed up by someone who I don't know who it was. But it seems if we're supposed to escape the lab where the teleportation failure happened, we would escape through the city, end up going underground, and ended up in here somewhere. And now we're going to be going out here, out the runoff pipes, out of the city wall, and over into the wasteland, which is going to be right back out this way. So you'll see the C client rentable group 7, which is basically the game telling you that there's too much stuff going on, and hence why it looks like it's dropping frames if I do that. Which means it's not running at a consistent 60 frames per second, it's just there's a lot of stuff going on here. So there might not be too much in terms of gameplay at this point, though you do get sounds and environmental sounds where other beta maps that I might cover today might not have that sort of stuff. So we got hound eyes, yeah. So we were supposed to be fighting hound eyes, bull squids, possibly even itchy saws in Half-Life 2, but we don't get to. We only see the itchy saw at the beginning during the teleportation failure in retail, and the bull squids and hound eyes just never made it into Half-Life 2. So that's some context there. Oh. Something. Now, I was going to say there might be something in this that you might not like to see, and that is that for some reason in Missing Information, the ModDB version, instead of a great texture, you get this purple and black checkerboard missing texture. I don't really know why, but I should have mentioned as well that I'm playing this using the Missing Information Global Pack, which is something from the Half-Life Project Beta website. And that's supposed to fix a lot of these, problems that you'd encounter in the ModDB version of Missing Information. Of course, it has been on, there's a Steam page for Missing Information now. It's apparently all on Valve to go ahead and basically release the mods for the public to play. And as far as I know, that's not something that's happened as of the recording of this video. So that's something I'm anticipating, and it's going to have workshop support, so you can play all of your favourite mods and stuff, so like Air Exchange and all that in Missing Information, hopefully. So there's a turret there. I think it's firing at hound eyes, and it does take a while. Whoa, head crab coming out of nowhere. Oh, I like that death sound effect of the head crab. It sounds so brutal, like it really hurt it to die that way, but you know what, it's trying to latch onto our heads, and I say, fuck that noise. So we gotta go down this way and drop down over here. So we could go down this way, but obviously there's nothing here, so we gotta go the other way. Again, that's my game dropping frames, not the recording. As far as I know, I'm capturing this at 4K 60, and there's no dropped frames on my front. Now there's a hound eye here. Also, I have to say as well, there's every possibility I say the name of an enemy wrong, like I call this a bull squid or something, and I don't realise it. So if I do something like that, I'm sorry. I'm kind of going into this really unprepared, if the truth be told. But anyway, that's the way I like to do it. Go in and experience it as close to blind as possible. Now, we've got the Citadel in the background as well, and it's the old model based Citadel, so it's all cylindrical and that, which looks pretty cool actually. A nice amount of brush based motorway destruction here. next exit in 8 miles, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna be exploring this map a little bit, because obviously there's nothing down here, just a locked off gate. And I'm looking at these pipes as well, because this will be interesting in the next map that I'll cover. But just keep a note that there's a barnacle in this one and 2 barnacles in this one, because I'm only playing this one map in oh god, that's mother drop frames right there of the game right there, not the recording or anything. So I'm going to be switching over to Half-Life 2 Beta's engine. One thing to note, obviously we've got the citizen in a gas mask here. Okay, I tried to keep quiet there because honestly to me it sounded like he was saying something backwards. Though he's probably saying something in Russian, because one thing you got to realise is that Half-Life 2 Beta has a massive Russian audience and fan base. So if you understood what he said, then please let me know. But he's probably just going to say something like just keep going or something, and we go through these pipes, and this is where a level transition to the level I'm going to should have been. So if you give me a moment, I'll cut straight to the Half-Life 2 Beta and show you that. And I'm back, everyone. Welcome to the Half-Life 2 Beta engine. The map I'm covering next as a follow-up is Canals 0210. This is the most up-to-date version of Canals 02. So the one I would have played was Canals 01, and it would have been something like Canals 0106 just updated in the Source engine. I'm going to be covering 0210 now and 0301 afterwards, and maybe Town, and of course there's Cave, Current. So there's a lot of different Canals based maps in the beta, none of which is really, well, I say none of which is story stuff. There's probably 1 or 2 that's story stuff, and others just like a prototype. So as you see, there's cops here. I don't really have any items, and that does sound kind of loud on my end, so hopefully it's not too bad in the audio and the actual video. So hold on a moment, hold on. I could always cheat and do Impulse 101 because I can, though I'll just stick to doing something like item suit so you can see your health, and I guess we're supposed to have the pistol at this point in time as well, so let's just get the pistol. But of course the one thing you'll notice right off the bat is that it's actually Combine soldiers here and not the Metro cops, so maybe it's placeholders. You've got gas mask wearing citizens cooking a head crab, so that's something that's nice to note. This is the version of the story where citizens had to wear gas masks because of the air exchange, so that's how you know that's part of the story. There's this Hunter Chopper or Apache on our ass right there, and yeah, as you see, I'm getting kind of murdered by the Combine soldiers here because I have like the OICW and I have nothing, so I could always use the console if I need to, but as you see, the helicopter didn't even fly here and now it's just there. And that actually does look like a Metro cop up there, so that's a bit strange. And I do think the Apache fires at you and you just don't have anything at this point. See, there's like 2, and you get that something like that happening over there. That's just basically like a brush-based building, just having textured one side because we're not supposed to see it from this angle, even though we can. And we got bull squids on the other side, but we gotta watch out for the helicopter, otherwise that's gonna murder us very brutally. Though, can I test? Ah, okay. So, okay, this is important for later. Doesn't seem as if the bull squids hurt you when they attack you. That's actually really loud, guys, I'm sorry. Oh god, what the hell happened to him? Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm getting pushed. Pushed down the river. Whoa, head crab. And barnacles. Oh god, that's nasty. I don't know if that's changing the alternate fire, is that the grenade launcher? But anyway, we're supposed to go down this way. And Now it's all peaceful and quiet. You've got this like shanty town as such, with civilians, and I guess we're supposed to cut through the pipe here, and that will take us to the next map. Of course, because this is incomplete, there's no level transition here. So this is where we're going to go to Canals 0301, which is the only map fragment of the 3rd Canals level. There's no transition to the previous one. We just start here, and there's the motorway bridge over there, and we're supposed to go up here, go into the pipe, and then we can go up the ladder, and well, yeah, and obviously you go through the ceiling there, but that doesn't open, but this is open. And the soldiers in this use the HECU, you know, guys from you know, Half-Life 1. That is actually really loud. I might lower the audio if it is that bad. It might be. I'm sorry if the audio's been bad. What? Give me just a second. I'll just lower that a little bit. Let's just do it massively. There we go. Okay, so that's Canals 03. There's nothing much to it. So I'll check out the other Canals maps, and if they're worth commenting on, then I'll include it in the video. Otherwise, I'll see for the bit that's a little bit different than what I would do for the series. Now, this is the end of the map that we just did, the Canals, except it's just not got any of the previous level to it. And one thing to note is that there's no building here, but this is what I mean by it being a bit of a shanty town, because this is like a box car that people have just put here, and so sound like Mark Laidlaw for a moment. But yeah, they used all sort of scrap material and made this little residence out here. Because don't forget, this is at the time where you had City 17, but outside the city wall it was just a wasteland, and that was just practically it. And obviously you'd have some form of residence out here based off of the scraps of what was available to society at that point, right? It would make a little bit of sense. You go past them and you end up going down into here, which is probably a level transition, and there's just a head crab who got flung out and just died. Okay, what the hell is that all about? We just get like flung out and they just die. Okay. Oh well, I don't think there's much more to cover in that regard, you know, in terms of Canals. So I think it's time for me to change. I don't think I can change the game unless I disconnect. I think that's what you need to do. Okay, then we go change game. We're going to go to LeakNet HL2 beta. It's going to restart the game, so that's what the disappearing is going to be in the video. And this is what I mean by it's going to be slightly different than what I usually do. What I'm actually going to go ahead and do is play through the Half-Life 2 beta, sort of like the original beta storyline, but this is more like the retail storyline, so it's not like the beta stuff I've just done. This is actually going to be more like, it's very similar to the retail release, and you'll see very, you know, a large amount of things that are similar, but there's some things that are different, and the order might be slightly different as well. So this is, oh, it's supposed to be. Oh, it crashed. Okay, that's a great sign. Give me a moment. Hey guys, you don't want to know how much time I've spent actually trying to get this to work. Unfortunately, for some reason, Canals doesn't want to work at 4K quality for me natively. So what I'm actually doing here is I've got the window at 1080p but upscaled to 4K. So it's not going to be true 4K. But I honestly don't know why this certain map crashes whenever I try to boot it up in 4K. It just like loads and then instantly crashes. So I'm doing this at 1080p instead, though the video is still going to be at 4K maybe. But this is the Canals beta. So we're supposed to go down the stairs here, and there's the train that we're supposed to come on through. We can actually just run right by this, and I think it does kill you, so you gotta be careful. We can take the stairs here. We don't need to because there's no barriers in place, but this is just to show that you can actually like go around, and this is the path you take in Retail Half-Life 2. It's just that there's no barrier, so you can basically just keep running down along the side of the train here and make it over to where we're supposed to get to. So dodge the train, and then we can just sort of drop down here into the water and cut through the gap in the fencing here. There's a barnacle right there. So this is what I mean by it being slightly different than what I normally do, because this is the LeakNet Half-Life 2 beta version of essentially the storyline. So it's taken all of the beta maps that are story related and put them together to create essentially the retail story, but slightly different.
Leave him be. He is known to us.
So? Known to you? What's he to me?
He's here to help us all. Let him pass.
I'll let him pass, alright. Let you pass. Get the damn sword gone.
Quickly and do not look back.
What he said.
Yeah, so that sounded like Mark Laidlaw, who done the temp voice acting in Half-Life 2. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened there, but they just killed themselves, so that's interesting. It shows you how different that scene used to be when you get introduced to the Vortigaunts being allies and all that, and the Underground Railroad, except it's just like a flying sink for no reason. And we got Mr. Headcrab over here being a troublemaker. You could actually play it strategically and get him to fly into one of the barnacle tongues. That apparently hurt me. Okay, whatever you say, game. I like here, for instance, it's like, oh, and they go for the floor as well. You saw that. Like it was made of water or something, the ground, and poor headcrabs get eaten alive, which is quite brutal. Oh, health pack. I'll take that.
Trouble, buddy? Keep on the way you're headed. There's ways in here.
Okay, mud. Well, is mud good or bad? Sneak past Metro Cop sequence. So obviously there's a Metro Cop. Oh, that looks beautiful right there. You forgot to texture that side of the building, guys. But yeah, it's supposed to like sneak past this guy. I think he noticed me because I took too long. That's the longest I think I ever spent trying to do that because I just moved so slow. But we can just walk right past him, and you can actually go right out here, because there's the Apache again, and that looks beautiful as well. No draw on building faces, looks very nice. But as you can see, now we go here. This is where we have to dodge the Apache from hurting us. But as you can see, there's a lot of dev textures on the walls. This is what I mean by it being beta. It's essentially the retail map, except more developer textures, and the path you have to take is slightly different than what was included in retail. I think that was wood and it just shattered into glass for no reason whatsoever. We can actually go through this, which is the thing with doors in this. You know, you just like walk into doors and all that to open them. Yeah, it says need running water effect for the slope, so you can just cut. Oh no! Oh, that actually pushed you off as well. So there's no redeeming that if you fall off it. So don't touch it to begin with. There we go. Go up here. And then we need to go over here. And I just fucked that up monstrously bad. Oh, that's a. Oh, I was gonna walk into that. I'm not even kidding. I was gonna walk into that. No, it's a barnacle. What? Okay, I'm fucking up really bad. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm fucking up. I played this in my own time, and I swear I didn't suck this bad. Oh, for fuck's sake! No, you stupid bastard! You're not gonna kill me. Gee, what the hell's going on? Why can't I make the jump out of nowhere? There we go. God damn it. It makes no sense. I couldn't do. I did it so many times before this, and now it's like, nope, you can't do it once. You fucking scrub. Get goods. I guarantee that's what people are going to say in the comments. Just get goods. And it's like, I don't know what I need to do. Oh, it's loading. What happened? Oh, come the fuck on with that shit, man. Why does it keep crashing on me? Seriously. No, the same thing not's going to happen again. Okay. So, yeah, the game just crashed there, so that is to be expected from the Half-Life 2 beta engine, is that it's not going to run consistently well 100% of the time. So you do have to anticipate game crashes and stuff like that happening, so...
It's you, the one they're hunting for. Get the hell out of here, you get us all killed.
Oh, will I now? Watch out behind you. Oh god, he just ran right through that. Oh well, I guess I'm supposed to go this way. Let's do it. So I guess that guy's supposed to run off one way and we're supposed to go down here. And then jump on the pipe as we do in retail and head down this way. Through the gas as well. I thought it was supposed to say something about this manhack as well. Oh god, it just got like bashed by the helicopter. Second contact with manhack, trapped behind grate, will try to chew through bars, eventually leaves via a pipe to find another route to you. So... that was at the point where you couldn't go back there. There was a lambda cache after that. And then it's this area where there's the rotating thing and it just makes no sense whatsoever why that's there. Obviously now you hear that there's a pipe. It's going to be coming out here any moment now. So as you see, this is this area. Third contact with manhack combat debut. But doesn't anyone else think after seeing that this makes more sense than what happens in retail? Because you just came into this area through a vent in the ceiling and there's no way in or out. So to see that there's actually a clear entrance, you know, in the beta makes a bit more sense than, you know, what we're seeing right now. And of course there's no water, no other area to go to. So makes a bit more sense, I say. God damn it, man! Why? Manhacks were more of a pain in the backside to kill as well, as you might have seen from that gameplay right there. Oh no! Come on, Freeman. I think he's actually stuck behind here. Hold on. Oh no, no, he's not. He salvaged it. Okay, that would have been bad if I got stuck and had to cheat and no clip my way out of that. But it's more of a reason for you not being able to do that to begin with. If there's good level design, then that wouldn't be a problem whatsoever. You know, getting stuck on stuff that you shouldn't get stuck on and all that good shit. So now we come into this area, which I think is new for... well, this is probably new for people that don't know the beta. I don't think this is in, you know, other... in the retail or anything. So the Citadel's over there, we gotta get away from it. There's that building with the face that's like no jaw, so we gotta cut past the barnacles. Sounds like a bull squid or something that's somewhere. Come the fuck on, man. Okay, so now we go over here and see there's another mate. But what's this guy have to say? There's no way through. There's no way through. I like the way they spelled it. You're gonna have to swim under and meet me around the corner. So this is where we go round. But we see there's a bull squid, and the bull squid just like flew under the water. But I don't think there's any way up to that guy. So we're gonna have to, you know, like go through and go down this way. The reason why I say this way is because there's only one barnacle to kill, so you can just go right on through and head up over this way. So we are heading towards that building with no face, and this building with no face. It's obvious that it's a model, and they just didn't texture the back of it because you're never supposed to see it from the back. But the level designers made it so it faced from the back, so it looks a bit weird. And there's the bull squids. Our first encounter with these guys, but I'm not cheating or anything, but you don't take damage to the bull squids, and I don't know why. There's a little grenade throw we can do here and clear all these enemies out. Okay, I don't know if that's the supposed bull squid with the really bad physics model and it just like glitches through the floor and stuff. It's like really bad. But it is beta, so you kind of have to expect it. And this is like another bit where there's like a sequence that's supposed to happen, I think, or is intended that something would happen. So yeah, so as you see, I don't have cheats on because I'm taking damage to gunfire. So should be clear evidence that this is a, you know, I'm not a cheater. I don't gain anything from cheating, other than getting, you know, free of getting stuck on something that I'm not supposed to get stuck on, of course. So apparently there's an APC here as well. Though there is no APC, it's supposed to be like the encounter. But I don't think there's anything we can necessarily do up here. It's just to say that that's supposed to happen. And one thing that you might notice as well is that if you get close to an edge and you crouch, you actually move slower. So I guess that's to ensure that you don't walk off the edge or something. Just a subtle feature that I thought I'd point out that you may or may not have seen there. So this is Bull Squid Beach. Bull squid enter water like crocodiles. Player must deal with bull squid in swimming situations. So these are supposed to like go into the water, and you're not supposed to deal with them. But gonna try and take the easy way out. Oh, guys, floating in the water as well. That looks. Oh god, look at that guy! Just like jumped in the air. Oh, I took damage from that. What the hell? I mean, I'm not making that up. I did get hurt by that spit just then, and I didn't get hurt by the spit earlier. It's a bit weird. Oh god, look at this guy. What's this guy doing? He's just like doing 360s. Okay, bull squid, you can calm down a little. He's just doing 360s for no reason. Okay, I don't know why, but that's funny. Just a 360 bull squid. You know, back in the day, it was all about 360 no scopes. No, it's 360 bull squids now. So we got the chopper pursuit right here. There's nothing we can do at this point, so we just gotta try and get past the chopper here and get to the end without dying. So I do only have 30 health, and bearing in mind this is beta content, I don't think they're going to be too generous with health charges and batteries and all that, and ammo, unless they dump it right at the start of the level like I think they do in most of these beta maps. Like here for instance, there's just health and ammo here for some reason, and it looks like assault rifle ammo, yet it's pistol ammo as well. So I was going to say we can't actually go up here, because this is like the path you're supposed to take in the retail version of Half-Life 2, but here it's just, you know, for a chest and you go out this way. But we actually got to go through here, because I think this is where one of the caches is. Oh, it's just like a side area that doesn't take you anywhere. Sorry, I think that's what it is. It's a side area that doesn't take you anywhere, but it leads to this area. So that room where we were, where we fought the manhacks for the first time, that's supposed to lead out to this area, but it doesn't. So this is what I mean about it being beta content. But oh, the cop said take this. But yeah, as I was saying, this is what I meant about this being beta content, but it's actually just retail, and the orders just you know, mixed up a little bit. So again, don't know if that's something that you know, if you expect a Half-Life 2 beta chapter playthrough, if that's something that you particularly want to see, or you just want me to stick to actual beta chapters where fans have like remade it and optimized it a bit more than what's happening here. Now this is interesting. This is actually the subterranean level geometry from City 17 beta. So this is like literally the same geometry. It's supposed to be a civilian here with fire going, cooking a head crab. You even got the pipes, like this destruction geometry here. You even got the pipes, and this here is all from the subterranean map. So that's quite nice. But as you see, they've repurposed it a little bit here. It's a temp hobo camp.
We don't want any trouble down. Who the hell are you?
Stun sticks.
I could eat a horse, hooves and all.
Sounds like Mark Laidlaw doing the voice acting here. Is there anything down here? Nope. Oh, there. Sounds like manhacks, guys. Mate, what you doing? Why are you running towards them? Oh dear. Run! I'll follow you guys. How do you know my name already? I don't know, I'll follow you. I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm right behind you. No, there's one in here. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think there was a scripted sequence there and it didn't play properly. But yeah, they're supposed to close the gates. The manhacks are stuck out here, and then you shoot. They have one of those canisters. It blows up and blows up all the manhacks, but they died because they were too close to the explosion. But that's supposed to serve as a little temporary hobo camp, as it were, to basically save us from a manhack encounter and push us in the right direction. So this is something as well that should have happened a little bit earlier on, I think, but hasn't because of, you know, this being like beta and all that. Okay, we got that guy, and then we got the manhack as well. So now you can drop down into here. Oh no, that's not good. Gotta get out of here. Release. Oh god, that's actually the game lagging out a bit there. Even at 1080p, it's lagging out a little bit. Release! Okay, so you don't want to go down there. But that's basically the part where they throw the barrels into the water. And so that's where you have to like, avoid that. But it's just a big fire pit now, so that's what happened there. If we go here, then we get another level transition. So this is a little interesting. I'll say this is Canals, but I would say that a tiny little bit of it is going to be water hazard related as well. And the reason why I say that is we get the airboat here, but yeah, it's only a temporary airboat transition map. We can actually enter the airboat here. It's very finicky, but you can do it. And the handlebars don't turn when you push left or right. And the control is awful. It's really bad. But oh god. But yeah, you can get out of that. And a lot of manhacks here. But yeah, you're supposed to take it here and go through into here. And that's where this level comes into play. So you can see that some of the geometry that's supposed to be here in these maps was actually just like shifted around and put in other places. This right here you'd probably know from the E3 presentations, with this being actually reused in the Street Wars. So that's something that's interesting to note, that something that was in Street Wars was actually put in the game in beta as far back as the Canals, like right at the start of the game, and this is like near the end. But this is something you can do. You can actually like open and close these gates, but obviously there's a dead body in the way and that's getting stuck. Just to point that out, somehow I made it through there, but we're supposed to go through into here and go down the stairs. I think this is like pretty much the level geometry out of the E3 map, because there's the part where you like drop down and everything as well. It looks very similar. Oh, sorry. Right, mates, don't mind me. Yeah, like here for instance. But this is temp art ahead. It's not really the part where you drop down, but this is actually also in the Street Wars. It's this part where you you know, you activate the elevator and it takes you up, and then you exit. but it's actually just like used right here. And you see there's a gigantic old first aid kit and old HEV chargers straight out of Half-Life 1. So they didn't even use the models in this, they just used the old textures, and it doesn't change the texture when it's depleted as well. Just something else to note. So we're supposed to go down this way. This is like the big warehouse area, and we're supposed to like work our way out of here. I guess we gotta jump and go into here, and then go out here. There's health kits and ammo and man hacks. So, you know, all good stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so now we have to, believe it or not, we have to actually go over this way. There's nothing down below. We have to sort of like jump and go over here. And there's barnacles down this way, but there's nothing else down there. And there's actually just this dev texture ladder that takes us to the surface. Now, obviously, it's a great transition. There's nowhere to go. It suddenly transforms into something, you know, a place to go to. So that's pretty awesome. Only in the beta. Also, it seems the cops fire a bit slower as well in this. But yeah, this is the map we just came from. And one thing to note is that the airboats disappeared. So that airboat was not an airboat that we were supposed to use. It's just a dev. It's just like temporary. And of course, for great beta content, look at that. There's a gigantic exit sign, like a fire escape exit sign. But that serves as what we're supposed to do. We open up the lock somehow, or we work around it. But basically, it's opened up now. This is the exit. So we're supposed to go down here and enter into this area, which I think serves as the final map for Canals / Water Hazards. This is probably going to be the one I spend the most time on, in all honesty. The HUD's glitched out as well, I don't know why, but this is going to be a little complex. So, Guy here says there's an ambush ahead, and you're going to need my help to get through it. I'll get the barge ready, but we're going to need at least 5 propane tanks to be safe. You'll see why ahead. Note, the barge is a hack and it gets stuck on corners, so move around to get unstuck. What do you mean down here? But anyway, this is like the barge, and the idea is we have to get 5 propane tanks out of this area. There's also the crane from the coast chapter just stuck here, and we get to use it here. So again, subterranean level geometry from earlier on in the beta we've used here. And level geometry used in, like, you know, Street Wars in Canals as well. And this serves as the like final confrontation with the Apache or Hunter Chopper in this case. And so this is like why I say it's water hazard as well. But as you see, you don't even need to plug these in, and they just like stick in there. I think that's the order, because you hear that and that means it's worked. So the crane is operational, so that's what we have to do now. So go up out of here, we open the door. I think it would say like the crane's unpowered when you go near the gate here, so you gotta plug in the right plugs in the right place, and we can end up going into the crane here. And so by just moving around a little bit, and you gotta love the exposed skybox as well. It's not even a 3D skybox over that way, it's just, you know, just blank. But there's 3 that's already here, so I'm actually pressing W to lower the crane down, because the idea is if you get it in the right place, you can get all 3 of these propane tanks in one go, which I've done. And you just move over this way, and we can drop them down there. They're okay where they are. You could also go ahead and get the propane tanks and put them into that area and use the crane to get them, but I like to get those 3 and get the next 2 manually. I'm going to try and toss a grenade over, just to dislodge the fence because that's blocking the top of the ladder, and I almost went to jump for it, but then I realised from playing this in the past that you can't actually do that. Oh, what the hell's going on with this? What the... Oh, now the HUD works? Okay, whatever you say, game. Now the HUD just worked out of absolutely nowhere. Okay, for no reason, might I add. So, you can just grab one of the propane tanks. This is a bit weird because the grabbing of this is quite awkward. This is like prototype grabbing of items, and it's kind of bad. There's an APC with no wheels, just swoosing right on in, serving to spawn cops that's going to try and impede our progress. That's what I meant about it being kind of awkward with the grabbing in this. And if you look under the water here for a moment, then you kind of see it's literally unseeable in the water. So if one of those propane tanks goes under the water, you're in a very bad situation, let me tell you, because you can barely see them. And all these propane tanks are all the propane tanks that exist in the level, so if you have bad luck... No, you piece of shit! Oh, fuck you, hold on. I don't even think I can get that now, because it's like stuck down the sides. God damn it, man. I had it as well, and now it falls down the side like a goddamn idiot, and you can't get it, because it's the barge is right up against it. So that means instead of getting 1 from here, I need to get 2 from here. Which sounds like fun, right? Guess what? It isn't. So, depending on how I feel in the rendering phase, I might edit this out until I get onto the barge, because all you're going to be seeing is just me getting the propane tanks to the barge. It's not like there's anything necessarily interesting to it, especially when I'll just be doing the same stuff and there's nothing different to it. So, it sucks that I have to do this again. You know, like I have to do this like 1 extra time than I would like because the game screwed me. Actually, using a bit of logic, can I? Yeah, okay. Could toss it down there, try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, that's what you call a good game, right? The fence is actually a solid texture and not you know, like bullets can go through it. That is actually what you call a great game right there. Great texture work, actually, more than it being a great game. So, oh, that went through the... Yeah, I saw that. The propane tank went right through. Oh, what the hell? That one that glitched out counted, apparently. Oh, well, we only got 4. Hopefully we don't need that many. Oh, God, I'm actually stuck here right now. Because, stop it! Yeah, I'm actually stuck on the barge right now, so I'm just going to have to no-clip temporarily. This is because the barge is brush-based, and I guess it it doesn't have the flag is unblockable by the player, so basically whenever it turns, it gets stuck on you, and that's not good, because as you saw right there, I got stuck and there's nothing I could do, so I had to no-clip to get out of that situation. And this is bad as well, because I think if you try to save the game, it actually crashes. And if you fuck up here, then you're in a really bad situation. But there's a mate right there, and he's just going to go... okay, he disappears. Load up that launcher, I'll draw the helicopter into range. So this is where we need a bit of RNG and luck on our side. What we have to do is use these propane tanks. And we have to sort of put it down into the launcher. Maybe a bit down more. Right, up a bit. You want it to slide like that. And I'm going to stand away just in case it doesn't work. But, hey, we did it first try. That's what we're supposed to do. And now the barge crashes through the barricade, clearing the way to Ravenholm. So that's why they say they need 5, because it can be a bit of RNG, and if you blow it up, then you can die, and then you have to go back and get a propane tank and bring it back, and you have to use like no clip, and you see how bad the grabbing is. And the only way I figured that out, believe it or not, is because I actually watched someone who did a let's play of this, because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't realise you have to shoot the end off, and you have to be lucky with the propane tank hitting the helicopter, and it just spawns a guy, and that's it. But if you go through here, that's Canals and water hazard, ladies and gentlemen, we get kicked from the game and put straight into Ravenholm. So this could be another chapter I cover if people like the way I've covered this chapter. It's a shame that the game didn't want to run at 4K quality on me, so I had to downscale it to 1080p, and it just doesn't look as good, if the truth be told. But I've done the best I could given the circumstances. I tried at the very least, and it just didn't work. As evidence right now, I'll actually change the video to 4K, and I guarantee it's gonna fuck up. So either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. I have been GavTheMaster974 covering Half-Life 2 Beta, the Canals. If you like the video, then like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Leave a comment if you like me to cover Half-Life 2 Beta chapters like this, or not want me to. And if you want me to cover Ravenholm, because Ravenholm's got something that's pretty interesting that was ultimately cut out of the game. I think the game has crashed on me, so I'm going to go to OBS and stop the recording if I can. I don't think I can, because that game's full screen now. Okay, here goes Task Manager. Okay, sorry guys, I'm actually including all of this in the video. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed. I've gone on for a lot longer than I would have liked to. I'm going to kill myself in the rendering phase, as I always say. Have a great day, peace out, and see you later.